What's good, superstars? Back with another living out of my brokerage account video. As you can tell by the name of the channel, we have rebranded. We are now going to be going with money tests. The channel's been doing a lot of case studies, a lot of what will happen if we do this, etc., etc. We're basically putting money to the test. Does this make money? Basically what the question will be for a majority of the series on this channel. I think it fits a lot better. Dividend superstar, we're trying to go with yields and building a dividend portfolio that will eventually cover the costs of living. But I think maybe in the long term, but for now, money test is what we're doing because we haven't found something exactly perfect that we like, and I think it just fits better. I think a lot of people like to watch different ways to test your money to see what works, what doesn't work, and these are real time, right? So we're not doing back testing. We're kind of doing here play as we go. So again, today we're going to be going through the brokerage account and going through all of the updates. I like to do this weekly because a lot changes week to week in the stock market, and this portfolio is pretty it's almost overwhelming to a point for a lot of people, but I think it's something that is a organized chaos, as I like to call it. So here is my cash flow diagram. If you haven't seen it, I do have a video explaining the cash flow diagram in this playlist. It might be video number 6, I think, but you can go check out the playlist, and it's called something about cash flow, and you'll be able to see the cash flow in detail. Last video I just put out talks a little bit about the other deposits and how I'm treating those for now. But anyway, I'll go through the flow quickly. Paycheck comes to me. A portion of that paycheck I'm depositing on a weekly or semi-weekly basis, depending on how I feel, how the equity is and all that. So it's very dependent, but 40% is going into the high yield, 60% is going into the growth, which is my margin account. The high yield is the TFSA. I'm here in Canada. In my Wealth Simple brokerage, I'm allowed to link the two accounts to access more margin. So we have done that by this line in the middle. You can see on a monthly basis at the end of every month right now, because the distributions are not too crazy high, we're going to reinvest the distributions into the TFSA account. Margin, first thing we're going to do is pay bills up to 70 to 100% of the deposit value. So if I put in $1,000 in the month, I will be paying bills up to the value of $700 to $1,000, depending how it will impact equity. Over time, as I open margin, if there is growth in the account, which the hope is, then we will invest or use some of that to pay down margin. We're going to find out what happens with that. But other thing, if I have other deposits, if you come across promotions, if you get a bonus, if there's money from gifts or something like that that come into my hands, I'm going to be using those to pay down margin. If you don't know why I'm paying down margin and not investing into additional funds, check out the last video. I explain it there. I show a little bit of a forecast of what happens as you do each of those. The way I look at it is the money I'm putting in from my paycheck, it has a purpose. Everything else is kind of to help with the flow of the money and paying the bill. So that's what we're going to do here. The goal is to maintain 50% equity. Obviously, in a huge market correction, we might not be able to do that, but I do have the stomach for it. It's not really a large account that I'm playing with here, and you'll see that in just a minute. I'm not a financial advisor. This content is meant for entertainment purposes only. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm likely filming this video in my car, which today I am. So, I mean, it's a car video, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Smash the thumbs up button if you like videos people film in their car. Okay, here is the spreadsheet. People want me to provide one of these spreadsheets for the viewers. I'm going to get a simplified version of this because this right now is all over the place. It's a work in progress. I'm not totally set on everything that I'm doing yet, and I don't really want to put out there something that I'm not even 100% confident in. So until I'm happy with how everything's working out and the flow of things, I'm not going to put it out there. But when I do put it out there, we'll put it out there for free. We're not going to be charging anybody anything for that stuff. Top portion here of the account, it shows you my portfolio breakdown. It shows the target percentages and the actual percentages. If you're wondering why they're so far off, initially when I started this strategy, I was going 60% into high yield, 40% into growth. We flipped that because I'm early on in this portfolio. I'm trying to build it up. If you don't know, you cannot live out of your brokerage account directly when you first start if your account is not big enough. Once you put in the money and then you take it out again, you're going to severely impact your equity when it's a smaller account, especially when you have, like, say, $5,000+ worth of expenses. You have to build up to that point, right? So right now I'm trying to grow the account a little more than I am trying to get yield from it. Once it does get to the certain size where I'm starting to cover most of my bills, maybe I'll wait until I get all the bills covered, then I'll switch it over to the high yield, because we're trying to build that yield to be able to cover the bills at the end of it. So when we don't have to be putting in any more money at the long term goal, right? So this is the breakdown. These are the breakdowns. I'm not going to go into everything here. You can see my targets. You can see the actual. I did do a little bit of investing today. I put in I think $500 or something today, but yeah, we bought a couple things, and I do spread it out, so it's very minor contributions going to everything. It's a bunch of dollar cost averaging. I am very diverse in this portfolio, you're going to notice, and I feel it makes it safer for me if anything does go belly up in terms of individual funds or certain ETFs, or maybe the ETF managers are not the best. I have a bunch of diversification, and the thing is with this account, and I said it from a bunch of videos, I'm buying, I'm not selling anything. Down the line, I may make changes in the TFSA high yield section. I don't know if I'm going to continue with high yield funds or if I'm going to change it into a different strategy that I've been thinking about, but that is a long term goal down the line, and I'm not quite there yet, not able to elaborate on it until I have enough money to be able to do what I want to do. So the growth side, I do not plan to ever sell anything that I'm buying. I'm buying it, I'm holding it, and I'm leveraging it as it comes, and the hope is that side grows forever and I never have to sell any of that. So this is my growth side. You can see all the stocks I've shown in a previous video. I'm not going to go through it again, but yeah, not doing too bad. We're up 3.5% on this side, and since September. And I think my projections on my you'll see there on my projections page that we were hoping to be up around 7% on this account. Overall, we're down almost $1,000. We had a couple rough days this week. Our equity is still over 50%, which is great. We have some cash. Margin used 9,200, and margin available to withdraw 3,300. Margin buffer is 44%. This one here doesn't really bother me. I'm more interested in my equity percentage. So anyway, this one here will tell you though, like as you're getting closer to having less available. I have a small account right now. It's going to fluctuate a lot more volatile right now. But anyway, so that's that. These are the income stocks. We got the blue is the individual, the green is the index funds, and then the orange is the crypto / commodity stuff. And this one here took a beating. I mean, this one here, you can see the crypto stuff. Obviously, crypto not doing the best. We got big problems with the crypto in the last couple of months, but I believe crypto will come back. So I'm going to stay the course. Again, haven't sold anything. A lot of the individual high yield funds also not doing the best, but you'll see over here, I don't have a lot invested in all of these individual things, like a couple $100 here, a couple $100 there. The larger funds are doing okay, I guess. On the high yield side, they're a little bit in the red, but not as bad. I'm trying to put a little bit more into Canadian funds. It's a little bit easier for me. I don't have to pay conversion fees and that stuff there. And they pay decent returns. They're not the best returns, but they pay decent returns. And we'll get more into maybe individual stocks down the line. But for now, that's that. Here's my dividend calendar. This is how I've been keeping track of it. This is the year. As I move on, I'll do a 2026. I'll put all the months. But yeah, every time I get a dividend, I update this chart on the right here. So the ones that I've received the third dividend for are in red, and I also put a note saying what date I got the dividend on. Green means that I'm completed dividends for that month, so these are monthlies. You get one a month, so all the green ones have received the distributions. You can see we're not working with crazy money yet. We're getting $193 so far. Previous months have been in the 280s. I think this month we're going to surpass all of that because we still have a little bit to go here, a little bit over a week and a half left in the month, and $100 to make up here. I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to be our highest month in December, but we'll have to wait and see as the distributions come out. The high yield funds, when they do have downturns, sometimes they do trim their distributions, and it's been a couple days of that here, so we'll see what happens. And here is my projection. So this is what I was talking about earlier. You can see my distributions right there. The actual return currently is 22%. If I do get up to like 280, you're going to see it'll be closer to the 30s. And you can see that we have invested a little bit. We invested $1,500. We've already floated $918. So 61% of what we've invested, we floated. Like I said earlier, 70 to 100% is what I will be aiming for. So I think that we might get there. We're at 52% equity. This is what will happen if I continue to invest $1,000 at 70%. And you can see we might get under 50% margin, but we're hoping that we get a little bit more growth to make up for the downturns this past month. So we are slightly higher than the month before, but we have had a lot of downturn. The margin is also slightly higher than the month before. Basically, the difference is the margin. We've added $1,000 in margin, and we've gone up around $800. So even worse than that, but that's okay. Yeah, so that's the thing. We're floating a couple bills now, and we're going to see what happens. We're going to say, and we've been estimating that the TFSA is growing at 0%. Obviously, that's not the case. You've seen it go down 11%. So we have made up with that with our contributions. So if it does catch up, we should see a decent equity increase, which is the hope. So that's what we're hoping for. Yeah, so that's it. This is the chart so far. You can see slowly but surely the distributions do grow, but that is also on a lower contribution to the high yield side. We're going to be doing the growth side for the majority for now. Just trying to work on growing this equity. If I were to flip this, you would see the equity drop a lot faster and a lot lower, which is not what we want at the beginning. We're only at 20,000, not even $20,000 account right now. We're looking, I think, ballpark to get it to like 100,000 to be able to float everything. But we'll see what happens. Okay, so guys, I hope that you enjoyed this this video, this update. Again, this is the cash flow. End of the month, I'm expecting to get a few other deposits that will help, I think, increase the equity by me paying down the margin rather than me investing in other things with that additional funds. But we'll see what happens. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Smash the thumbs up button. Let me know if you like the new name, Money Tests. And basically the tagline, does this make money? I have a lot of ideas when it comes to case studies, and I'm going to be adding a bunch more to the channel probably in the new year. So stay tuned. If you're new or if you've been following along but you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. It's motivating me to keep putting out content, and we'll see you in the next one. I love you. Bye.